app?
Yeah, I was on the Plenty of Fish dating app, which is a free one, and I met somebody who it seemed to be sort of a sweep you off your feet scenario, but actually he was very well known to the police, and he was using dating apps to find his victims, of which I became one of them. He put me through domestic abuse, through rape, through sexual assault, stalking, harassment, and he's now in prison for what he did to me. But when he gets out, there's nothing to stop him going back to these online dating apps.
And this affected you so profoundly, you felt so strongly, you did set up Safer Date. And I guess today, of all days, It is Valentine's Day. It is a day when some people, unfortunately, do feel lonely. Perhaps the danger of being online scammed or dating somebody via an online app who isn't necessarily a decent person is probably higher than most other days.
Absolutely. I mean, you mentioned that as a certain percentage of people meet online. They reckon by 2035, the 50% of relationships will start online.
It's about a quarter now. It's just unbelievable.
It's rising exponentially. And, you know, as a result of that, romance fraud is rising horrendously. There was £92 million lost in the UK to romance fraud last year alone.
Wow.
92 million. And, you know, dating apps other than Safer Date do no ID checks and no background checks. So they're letting people like the Tinder swindler on all of the time just to reinvent themselves and just dupe people out of life savings and worse.
Karen, how do you see this big shift into online dating apps? You've set up introductions agency for professional people, Sarah Eden. Do you think the move towards online dating is a good thing, or are you concerned about the dangers?
I think it's shifting away from online, to be honest. Now.
Interesting.
I mean, we've seen a 60% increase in inquiries since the first lockdown. And our age range, we're taking people well into the 80s now because they've been scammed, perhaps online, which report came out last year in June, and they said that 52%, there'd been a 52% increase in online dating scams.
Wow.
And I think people are missing the contact with real people. So we found they've been contacting us because they want to speak to real people, deal with real people, come into the office and be interviewed by a real person or a virtual interview, whichever. And they know that if they come to us, they supply 3 forms of ID. We check their passport, driving licence, utility bill, check where they live. And, of course, if somebody's sitting opposite you... and
You get a feel, don't you?
You just get a feel.
Those human instincts, the chemistry.